Hey guys, so we have a brand new James Bond 007 game currently in the works. It's being developed by IO Interactive, who are the creators of the Hitman series, and I honestly couldn't be any more excited. I've been a long-time 007 fan since I was probably about 10 years old, and have loved all the games including the ones in first person. While I didn't grow up with GoldenEye on the Nintendo 64, my love developed from 007 Agent Under Fire for the GameCube, and all the rest of the games that would later follow. While we don't have any gameplay, IO Interactive released a teaser trailer back in November and a little bit of information about the game. Apparently, Project 007, which is the game's working title, will be an origin story where 007 obtains his 00 license. It's the very first origin story we've ever seen in the James Bond universe, and players will experience it within this game. For the past few months, IO Interactive has been posting job listings to work on the game. And while their website says that the game will be for modern consoles, it's likely we won't see the game for at least another year, or 3. It appears both their offices in Denmark and Sweden are currently hiring for this project, so I can imagine they'll be heading into full-blown development sometime this year as Hitman 3 was just released. Now, I have not played many of the Hitman games, but rather have seen playthroughs from friends and YouTubers, and I gotta say, they couldn't have picked a better studio to work on a James Bond game. Hitman already feels like how you would expect a 007 game to play. From the stealth, to the missions, to the gadgets, to the locations, the Hitman series already has most of the elements you would expect in a James Bond video game. By adding set pieces, driving, and a bit more action into Hitman, you pretty much have a 007 game right there. My hopes for Project 007 would be a game that combines elements of the Hitman series with the Uncharted series. A third-person experience that allows players to approach missions in their own way, with plenty of action thrown into the mix. A game that has just as much action as it does strategy for taking down targets in endless and creative ways. James Bond Everything or Nothing and From Russia with Love for the GameCube are by far the definitive third-person James Bond games for me. 007 Bloodstone was a really fun James Bond game, but it lacked the secret agent and gadgetry elements from those games. It felt more like non-stop action set pieces without the proper James Bond charm that builds to them. I think games that allow you to go in guns blazing or take a stealthier approach and rewards you accordingly are some of my favorite video games. I suppose Splinter Cell also falls into that category, which would also be a great series for Project 007 to draw inspiration from. Splinter Cell Conviction and Blacklist were two secret agent type games that resonated strongly with me. While they're a little more on the grittier side, they have you feel like a badass secret agent throughout the game, and I hope IO Interactive takes a look at games like the Uncharted and Splinter Cell series. We haven't gotten a James Bond game since 2012, and a third-person James Bond experience since 2010, which is over 10 years ago. I think we're way past due for a new James Bond experience, especially a third-person one. The recent movies have had me itching to want to play a modern James Bond game, and I think Project 007 is in really good hands to cure that itch coming from IO Interactive. But what do you guys think? What kind of James Bond game would you like to see from IO Interactive? Would you prefer a first or third-person experience? Let me know down in the comments below, and until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.